This is Young Man versus Wild. We're here. It's Central Oregon. It's extremely important to make sure, if ever lost in the wild, you know exactly where you're going. I, young Bear Grylls, am here to show you what it takes to survive, and it might just save you an unfortunate end. Oh, see right here, if we're ever wondering for direction and you're lost, alright, come here. You can see this rich, colorful moss growing on the north end side of the tree, and that will always tell you that that way is north. So if we head south, that'll take us deeper into the forest. We want to be heading northeast. From what I can see here, we have some dead bark and tree from an old oak wood in the forest. Now, it doesn't look like anything's been living here, but this is some great dry stuff, and we can build ourselves a fire. Maybe get a little shy before it gets too dark. It's so dry. There's still nothing to... Oh, right here, oh, right here. Oh. This is just a common forest beetle that looks like he's been dead for quite some time. But it's gonna give me the little bit of nutrients that I need to keep going. Man, that is not good. Oh. All right, now see this right over here, this log, this fallen tree? All I got to do is dig out a little spot, and that'll protect me from any of the wind coming from the south side. Now, to make a little bit better of a mattress, I'm gonna take these pine leaves and pine needles to line whatever space that I have. And also, these pine needles hold great water. And I just chew on that a little bit. And it'll give you a little bit of hydration. It's got kind of a citric, lemony, orange juice taste to it. But it's not bad. Now that I've got my bed and just a little bit covering me from the dirt, should be able to start on making my fire. Collecting a little bit of dry firewood. The only problem with being out in Central Oregon is that while it may be raining, everything is incredibly dry, making fire a real hazard. This is some fallen timber that's been sitting here for who knows how long. It's incredibly dry, but it's gonna keep me warm tonight. And it's plentiful, so I'm not gonna have to worry about being cold tonight. I'm digging a little fire pit, so that when tonight comes, I won't have to be monitoring the fire. Now, if you're in a situation where you can't find any rocks or something to cover your pit, a good way is if you can stack this nice soft soil all around the fire, giving you a natural yet not flammable barrier. Now I take my firewood and build a nice little base. The Indian tribes of the local region, from the Chinook tribes, when I stayed with them, they showed me the traditional teepee, and it's actually one of the great ways to start a fire. At least get it going. See all this right here? these dry pine needles are going to be a great way to start my fire. And just gather up a handful of these and set it under your base. Our quest for food was shortly lived. It looks like I'll be going hungry tonight, but the best thing to do is let the fire burn and get some shut-eye, and we'll get a fresh start in the morning. Another nice thing about having this fire is that in Central Oregon, mosquitoes can be a real bother, and that the smoke from these logs specifically will keep them at bay, hopefully leaving me safe from the West Nile virus, which isn't pretty. Now, as you can see, it's very cold out here. And this is some ice left over from the earlier freeze of this month. And particularly, this is not good to drink. As thirsty as I am, there could be feces, animal droppings, just a number of gross things that you do not want in your body. So for now, where these pine trees and pine needles are plentiful, I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna climb to the top of that and see if I can get above the trees and get a view of where I'm going. Now from what I can see is that there's a source of fresh water just over the clearing of those trees right over there. Now I gotta get down from here. You're ever curious and lost in the wild and you come across one of these, it'll tell you exactly where you are. That's where we are. This is exactly what I've been looking for. These are clear tire tracks. And if I follow this long enough, this will not only be my way out, it will definitely lead me to civilization. Now that I've made it out of the Central Oregon forest, I can finally find my way back to home.
The storm is at your door. Your